Good day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Prickly Poo and welcome to day 192 of a year of change. Today, once again, it's being Tuesday, we're going to add another person to our ranks. This is someone, I know that recently we've been sort of getting people that are just sort of starting out on their, I know it's weird to call it a journey. It's sort of become a cliche. So it's getting to a point where people kind of roll their eyes when they hear it, but I'm trying to think of another term for it, but everyone calls it that, so I gotta stick with it. Sorry. I've called it that myself as well, because it does feel like it's not really it's different than just saying, okay, I'm going to lose weight and then that'll be it. 3 months later, I'm done. Where it's sort of an ongoing thing. Quest, trek, journey, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, we're adding a new person. We have been adding people that have just sort of been starting out, like within 1 or 2 videos. But this person has been doing this for a few weeks now. So it's still fairly new. When you sort of compare to some of the people that are out there that have been doing this for years and some people that have already done everything that they needed to do and are just sort of maintaining it. But I should probably start off. Her name is Michelle. Her channel name is Shell Shell Danielle. There we go. I couldn't remember for a second. So let's do this properly. Her channel name is Shell. I was keep want to say Shell Michelle. Michelle. Shell Danielle. She's from the UK, and she's recently started, depending on when you're watching this, she's been doing this for a few weeks now, and it's sort of a mixture of, it's not really dedicated to weight loss so much as a weight loss and daily vlog, so it's kind of a nice little mixture in there. But the thing that struck me with her is that she's pretty much doing what we've been doing for the past 6 months. Rather than going and saying, well, I'm going to try Atkins or keto or paleo or any of the myriad of diets that are out there and saying, well, I'm going to try this one for a bit and then see where things go, and I'm or going to the gym, and she's sort of taking the same approach that we are, in that just sort of using common sense and saying, okay, obviously I know where my weak points are, I know what I need to improve, I need to eat healthier, I need to get some more exercise, and start slowly making those changes to get to where we want to be. I'm doing much better than yesterday. Except I will tell you, right now I'm a little distracted because there is a very strong smell of skunk somewhere in my yard. I don't know if it's in my backyard or my front yard, but wherever it is, I can smell it into my house, and it's not great. It's not a very pleasing smell. So if I'm a little distracted, that's why. Now you know, because we don't have smell-o-vision or anything like that. So, anyway, sort of detracting from what we're trying to do here. Her approach is really sort of a matter of, I need to just cut back on the amount I'm eating, make better choices in what I'm eating, add in some exercise, and not to go overboard, because, we know that we've tried that before, and I mentioned yesterday of a friend of mine that just every time that she goes into something like this, she just goes full bore, just nonstop. She has one speed, just, it sounded like Charlie Sheen, didn't it? One speed, go. Here's an arcane reference for you. But she just sort of goes all out and burns herself out way too quickly. And it does work for her, but it's not something that we can stick with. With this, I think it's something that we can maintain, not only just as we're doing it, but something that we're just making changes. We aren't actually saying, well, okay, I need to cut this out and then start exercising. And if I do a few exercises for a few months to get down to where I want to be, then I can sort of slack off for a bit. We've made some significant changes over the course of 6 months, and it's something that I think is going to be much easier for us to stick with. We still have another 6 months to go, but at this stage, we aren't really binge eating anymore. I mean, every now and then you're going to get those really bad cravings. It's going to be really, really tough to say no. But we aren't binge eating at every meal like we used to. We aren't eating entire boxes of cakes and cookies and donuts, which we've done. And in my case, we aren't eating buckets of icing. We aren't just the stuff, we've made so many changes, and although they've been really, really tiny as we've made them, the fact that we've been able to stick with them and that it's now just sort of part of our life, that I think shows that it is going to work. And her approach is the same way, that she's looking at something that she's going to be able to change, over time, so that although they seem really small and insignificant now, that as she progresses, as she progresses, I don't even know if it's really a matter of it becoming part of our life. It's just that's how we are now. If you were to look back 6 months ago and said, well, no, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have my snacks in between, but I don't sit at the end of the day eating an entire bowl of chips. It's one of those things that, not to get high and mighty, because it's a really annoying, like when ex-smokers do that, when they say, oh, how can you eat that? I know how you can eat that because I've done it and I still want to eat that. It's just, I don't think I can anymore because we've made those changes. Our lives are a bit different now. We're eating a lot more in the way of fruits and vegetables and whole grains and just overall health. We haven't sort of panicked and said, okay, well, I'm going to go get organic this and fat-free that and, everything else, because we really don't need to. Just sort of sticking with, what we've been doing, making common sense changes and stuff that we know we're going to be able to stick to, that over time is going to make a difference. So I think she's got a real chance with this, where she's just sort of starting out. She's already started to lose. So she's keeping everybody comprised as to her weight and everything else. So it's whatever it is, it's working for her. And it's nice because it's the same sort of thing that when we saw last week with the, not really documentary, but the presentation from Dr. Evans, where it's just sort of it is a common sense approach. It's one of those weird things that we all know what we need to do. It is really hard to do it. People who aren't fat won't ever understand how difficult it really is for us to make those changes. But by making them really, really small and gradually introducing more and more things into it, and they don't really take anything away, but they replace some of the bad stuff that we've been doing, that's where we're going to start noticing a difference. Anyway, her videos, right now, she's on week 6 as of this recording. So she's going to keep on going, I hope. But I'm going to send her a quick message as well, let her know that we are out there, that there are people out there that are watching and they're cheering her on. So there's her weight loss is part of it, and then her sort of daily life vlog as well with her family, which is nice. And it's just sort of an all-encompassing thing, which, I mean, we have quite a few people that are really focused on the weight loss. And I know that's sort of what we originally tried to do with the different YouTube channels and things like that. And this is what sort of prompted her to start this, but she's done a lot more things, including her family in there as well. So you'll get a little bit of both. But you get some progress and grocery hauls and everything else. But I'll put one of her videos in the playlist as usual. Put her in alphabetical order, and if I can keep remembering it's Danielle and not Michelle, then she should be under S. So you should be able to see her there. But we'll add more stuff in there. I'm going to send her a message as well, let her know. I don't know if she's on MyFitnessPal or anything. I don't know if it's a matter of her tracking. It's one thing that I have to keep doing. If I stop, I'm just going to go overboard and start binge eating again. But I'll send her a little message there, see if we can add everybody in there. It's nice to add more people in there and have as many as you can. There are some that we have seen that have sort of fallen by the wayside as well. So I may send some notes out to them and send them off to her channel too, just to sort of get them back in the mood. So, because it's nice when you're watching someone who's just starting out, and when we get to a point where we are now, where it's a little more difficult to try to figure out what changes we need to make. With us, it's fairly simple because we have things sort of mapped out. We know that we did sodium and then fat, and now we're doing sugar, and then we're going to start doing the good stuff, like proteins and carbs and fiber. I keep forgetting that one. When you're first starting out and you don't know exactly where it's going to go, but you have an idea, it's nice to be able to reach out to other people and say, okay, good. There are other people out there. I can ask for help. I can try to help them as well, which again is, I know I say this almost every single time, but that comes through in her videos too. Just that desire to help other people, whether it's someone that we contact or whether it's someone that just decides, I'm going to take a look and see what they've done and follow along with them, or whether you're watching this 2 years after she's done all her videos. It's nice to be able to just have that, to know that there are other people out there that understand what you're going through, and especially having other people that you can sort of walk along with as you're doing this, so that you're not sort of struggling by yourself. That is one of the main things too that we really seem to we all seem to do. I mean, we go back and forth on YouTube and stuff like that and try to help other people that we can. But when it comes down to it, unless you actually have someone that is working with you, there are times that you feel that you're just sort of doing this fight on your own. So it's nice to have those people added in there with MyFitnessPal and with YouTube or Lose It or whichever app that you're using, and people on YouTube and just even people around you that you can actually do this with and sort of gather together that way. And I want to say present a united front, which doesn't sound right because we are sort of fighting against something. We are fighting against, just years and years and years of bad behavior. And it's difficult to just sort of get things started and to keep going and to not lose heart and sort of do what we always end up doing and just giving up. So I think it's really important to have that sense of community and that support system that we can put out there and tell them that we are there and that, we've got a large number of people now in the playlist that people can go to and take a look at and pick what they need. I say this every single time, so I should probably stop this. Anyway, should put focus back to where it is. So I'm going to put her into the My Fellow YouTubers playlist. Go up, take a look at her videos, and send her some support. Let her know that we are there, and if we can gather more people in there, I think we're going to have a lot more success in what we're trying to do. Just circle the wagon sort of thing and get all together, and I don't know where I was going with that. I keep wanting to do a battle metaphor, and I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, group hug. There we go. Do that. Seems much better. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here because I've turned into a babbling moron. So I will say goodbye for now. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me. In the meantime, keep yourself warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.